So here is my final project. For this photograph, it's shoot for the street assignment, and this is the first time I use my camera to take photograph on the street. And to be honest, I feel so nervous because I think many people will avoid from the camera, and some of these will look at me in a wondering ways. And this photograph I took to my friends when she was playing her cell phone and she didn't know my camera focused on her face. After that, she asked me why I didn't tell her I was shooting so she can post before I took photographs. But I think that sometimes take photographs with a natural state will be much better than set up these photos. In this photograph, her clothing can make a good contrast to the backgrounds, so I like this photograph. And the next one is I choose on the subway to my friends because the carriage is symmetry, so I feel it's better to put her in the center of the photograph. Also set up the large aperture to blur out the background so it can highlight her in the photograph. And the third photograph, I was shooting in the front of the Metropolitan when we are waiting the Uber, and I feel my friend is already feel free to me to shooting her. In this photograph, I like her angle of view and she can make a good contrast to the yellow taxi and I still blur out the background. And this this photograph I took from the bottom up with my friend Q facial expression. After that day, I recognized that yellow is a good color for the photograph because the color is bright and it always can make the contrast with other objects. And also, I know why photographers like to blur out the background when they took people shoots because it can stand out the object you want. And this one I was shooting at my apartment lobby. The photographs are looks better than my thoughts. The dark red brick can bright people's skins and it is clear to show the shape of the person even though I didn't set up the high ISO. And the last but not the least is my self portraits. When I think about how to make my self portrait looks different and suddenly I have an idea that came out is blending the water when I shoot the photograph. So I set up the high shutter speeds and the angle of shooting, and I asked my roommate to press the shutters. Uh, when I was blending the water, uh, it was not successful at the first, but after a few times the result is satisfactory to me. And for this class, even though I felt there are too much things need to do in this class, but I found much fun in this class, and I definitely improved my photography skill in this class. And before I bought this mirrorless camera, I feel that there's not too much difference between using the cell phone and cameras and the professional camera. And but after this class, I know I definitely wrong. And at the beginning, I'm afraid to shooting on street, but now I'm feel free to shooting. And also by the processing of taking photographs, it makes me understand that a good photograph cannot finish by one times, and when you practice more, you could take more perfect photographs. And that's all I want to say. And thank you for your teaching, Professor.